Hi, I'm Sarah,
Hi, I'm Cassie.
and this is
The
Age Gap. I'm Sarah, I'm 31. I am proud, true and true millennial. I have 2 children. I am married to a magnificent man who does not get enough credit for all that he does for our family. I have 2 dogs and a cat.
I'm Cassie. I'm 21. I'm Gen Z. I'm also married to a pretty great man most days. I am the proud dog mom to 2 wonderful dogs and 2 okay cats.
Oh, behind the scenes person.
Mm-hmm.
She won't show her face because she absolutely refuses. But we have Elizabeth. I don't know if you'll be able to hear.
Hello.
Elizabeth is kindly letting us use our house, and she does like all the editing and everything like that. They just moved in here in December, so pristine condition. I said my house was not available because it's like a war zone. 2 children, 3 animals, not great. Cassie?
I'm in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
We also want to thank her very patient and wonderful husband for also helping us with this, Christian. Thank you.
Yes, he's a very nice realtor if you need a realtor. Okay, so a little bit about myself. I got married in 2019. Bought a house in 2019, crashed my car in 2019, went on my honeymoon in 2019, and here I am today to 2020 was when we had our first child. My second child was born 2022, and I have 2 dogs. I have an Australian Shepherd and a mini Australian Shepherd, toy Australian Shepherd, Blaze and Dazzle. So if you hear me talking about them, that's who they are. My cat's name's Daryl. Yeah, from Walking Dead. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Walking Dead, but that used to be like my favorite show. So, and Daryl on the Walking Dead was my absolute favorite. So I named him after that.
Daryl's pretty good in general.
Like
both
good with the
Daryls,
crossbow. Yeah. Yep. Pretty great. Blaze is our big Australian Shepherd. He's named after the Monster Truck kid show. I did not pick that name. And Dazzle came with the name.
I'm Cassie. I got married in 2024, bought our first house in 2024. In the span of a year, we got our beagle, Denali. Came with the name, but we kind of kept it for Denali, Alaska. He is psycho, crazy boy. Then I have Knoxville, who is my pride and joy, Knoxville, Tennessee. He is our big, dumb red lab, and we do a lot of sports with him. And then I have 2 dumpster cats, Cypress, who loves my husband but not me very much, and Damon, who nobody really wanted except for me because he was a little different when we got him, but he is again another one of my love of my lives. Yeah.
So I think we kind of wanted to start this podcast just because there is a huge difference. Like there's only a 10-year difference between us, but I feel like from how I grew up when the house market was completely normal and I bought a house, raising kids when I did was completely different because I raised both my kids in the middle of COVID. And whereas
I don't have kids, yeah.
Maybe starting a family kind of thing. It's just completely different. And we want to talk about like the struggles and the strengths and everything like that, and kind of hopefully help some of you guys see our perspective and see other perspectives as well. Yes. Oh, I don't know if we ever said, but we're in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and I don't know if you know, but lately there's some big news going around Green Bay. The otters got out of the new zoo. So winter storm Ezra created like a little gap in like the chain link fence, and they burrowed their way out, and they are just living their best lives,
flipping and sliding around, evading capture.
Yes. So if you go on Facebook and look at NEW all capital zoo, and I think where is that?
It's in Swamico,
Wisconsin. It has a whole bunch of videos of just like them living their best lives and just literally enjoying the winter. I think that they said they started out as wild and were rehabilitated and couldn't go back to the wild or something like that. So then
Mhm.
they were given to the zoo. They're just like living their
They're
best
so
lives.
happy. I love watching their videos of them sliding down on the snow. It's
Yes, and
great.
I always say I'm okay that it's the otters that got out and not like the lion or something.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
and they're still. I think so. They got out like March 20th.
Yeah,
I
somewhere
think
around
it
then.
was. So it's been a little bit over a week, and they almost caught them, but a raccoon
Set off that
set
trap.
off the trap like right before the otter got there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He was so happy though about that.
Yeah. Yes. So a little bit about me is I'm very scatterbrained, so I like jump around a lot, and I do enjoy talking very, very much. So how me and Cassie know each other, we
Mhm.
worked together for about 3, almost 4 years now.
Mhm. Yep. Almost
We,
4, yeah.
yeah, we worked together at a veterinary clinic, and this whole idea really came together a week ago at work one day when Elizabeth, Cassie, and I were working together, and we were just sitting there. And we're like, "Oh my god, let's start a podcast!" Like we all get along so well. We have bracelets that say one P in a pot of three
Mhm.
because all of our last names start with P. So we kind of just have gotten along since we worked together. And
Mhm.
she calls me, she wanted to make that TikTok trend where I'm the old best friend
Yeah.
and she's the young best. I'm only 31, people.
Well, that's 10 years difference. You're still older than me.
Yeah, but I'm still young.
I'm not saying you're old. I'm just saying you're still older than me.
Ugh, fine. Still, I don't like to feel. I don't. 31's young. Okay. Yeah,
It's
but
older than 21 though. Still.
I guess so.
You want
So
me
I
to do?
think each week we will have a different topic kind of things, but knowing us, we'll most likely get off on tangents.
Mhm.
For example, today we talked about otters in
Mhm.
Green Bay.
Yep.
Louie and Ophelia. Look
Mhm.
them up. I swear, it's real. Um,
I think we're just trying to cover multiple topics and get different viewpoints, especially with the age difference and the different generations that we grew up in,
mhm.
and what our similarities were and what our differences are, and yeah,
Yeah.
kind of get the different viewpoints.
So I have 2 children, one boy, one girl. My son is 4.5, and his name is Malachi. My daughter is 3. She just turned 3 on St. Patrick's Day. Um, and her name is Kinsey. She's my wild child and no fear, eats whatever you want her to eat. Um, and my son, he's a little rat. Um, so he's my difficult child. He's a very emotional, clingy human being. He's lovely. He is kind hearted. He thinks of others, but he's a brat. He has this thing where he likes to call people names, and his new thing is to call everybody an egghead. I'm like, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
There's worse things he could be calling people.
Yeah, one time my mom taught him, like my mom, so my grandma used to call my mom like a little pot licker. I don't know if this is appropriate, but a little pot licker. I don't know what that means. And so my mom was calling Malachi that one time, and we were leaving dance class one time for Kinsey, and he goes, "See you later, pot lickers." I'm like,
Oh no.
"You can't do that, Malachi. You can't do that." And then so like,
I want to know
yes,
how you parented that moment.
just stood there in disbelief. I'm like, Malachi, stop it.
Should be quiet.
Yeah, just stop talking. But he likes to call people names, and I don't know how to get it to stop. So if anybody has any suggestions, that would be lovely. If you go on
Yeah.
our,
If you have any
oh,
suggestions for Sarah on how to get her kid to stop
name
calling people
calling.
names, leave them in the comments, please.
Yes. Oh, I also forgot to mention too, like on our Instagram page, there is a, what are those things called when you like the links? Um,
Linktree.
Yep, a link tree.
Mhm.
And there is suggestions on like if you want to know what you want us to talk about, what you want to hear us sing. Cassie will sing for you.
I will not. That will not be happening. Sarah would love to though.
No. And yeah, So if you ever have any questions, comments, or concerns, don't be afraid to leave them.
Make sure you check us out on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and then podcast will be on Spotify as well.
So far, yeah.
Like she said, any suggestions, comments, anything like that, leave it on any of those platforms, and we will try and cover them.
Okay, and he also, when he says things, I don't know where he gets it from, but he gets an accent. Like, so his new thing is he's gonna hit his butt, but instead of saying that, he's like, I'm gonna hit my bum. I'm like, are we British? Like, I'm the most American human being, and the child's got a British accent, so I don't understand where that came from. Yeah.
It's all the Bluey you let them watch, though.
Have you guys seen Bluey?
I love Bluey.
I love Bluey, and I think it's done.
Done?
Yeah.
Like they're not making more
No,
Bluey?
I don't think so. And I was so sad because.
No, I love that.
Yeah, because it's for the adults, I think, more so than the kids. But anyways, Malachi, yep, real great. When he was little, he had a problem with biting, and he still has a problem with hitting.
Biting
Cassie
was
is
the best.
laughing because when he was little, like 1, we were playing in his room, and he crawled over to me and he bit my crotch. So I don't know if you can say that either on here, but we're going to. Yeah, he's a swell guy. He's very sassy and doesn't listen and thinks that he's the cutest thing ever, which he is, but he says he thinks saying please can get him whatever he wants.
Oh, I feel like they've been pretty well behaved every time I've met them. They're great.
So then I also have Kinsey. I love her so much, but she is the worst sleeper I have ever met in my entire life. Like last night, for example, just up till 11, screaming. From 9 to 11, she was screaming. So we went to the Green Bay Gamblers hockey game last night. And so we didn't get home till like 8:30. So then we got bedtime started like an hour late. So we got them down in their beds by 9. Yeah, 9. And from 9 to 11, Kinsey just screamed. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like, is it frowned upon to like turn the door handle around and just lock them in there? Because I was thinking about it.
I think that's frowned upon. Definitely frowned upon.
So I think another thing we'll probably talk about a lot here is struggles as a mother and like parenthood. So I feel like Denali is your Malachi.
Yeah. Denali's not great. He's awful. He's very bougie too.
I remember one time you came into work and he had gotten out of his kennel. And he like ate everything. There was like paper everywhere.
Right? He's eaten many a magazines, many a books. I've cried many a tears from that dog, and I probably will still continue to cry many a tears from that dog because he is just awful dog. Awful.
Beagles are hard. Like, I mean, we both work in the animal, all 3 of us. Elizabeth's over there. She will never see her face. I'm going to say that every time. We work in the animal field, and like, beagles are hard.
Yeah. And we preach preparing our clients for what they're getting themselves into. And I don't know, I felt like I was prepared. I was not. You can never be prepared for a beagle. No. Ever.
No. And so the Australian Shepherd, I feel like I thought I knew what I was getting into with Dazzle. Because Dazzle's
perfect.
She is so much better than my entire family. Like my husband, children, whatever. She's my favorite. I always joke that if me and Michael ever get in a divorce, I get Dazzle. That's all I care about.
Oh, it's in my will. Knox is coming with me. He can take Denali.
So, what was I saying?
Dazzle. She's perfect.
Oh, yeah. So, she's high energy, but like I would take her on walks. I would go for runs with her and she'd be fine. And like, she never really got into anything. And then we got Blaze. And I feel like Blaze and Denali are the same.
Yes. Blaze and Denali would get along very well.
Blaze's poop is like different colors. Like it's been green, it's been blue, it's been red, it's had baby wipes, it's had dryer sheets, it's had wood chips. There's been chapstick. I don't know what all has been in this dog's poop, but it's like foreign body city.
Yeah, Denali, I should have known from day one that he was going to be awful. When we first got him, we took him to a barbecue because we didn't want him to be left alone. He sat on my lap the entire time. He had to have picked up a stick or something, and when I told him no, he bit me in the boob. So I should have known from day one that I should have brought maybe, I don't know, did something else, got a different dog, but
your husband loves him.
He loves him with all of his heart, and that dog knows it too. And Beagles are not for the weak. They're not for the weak.
They don't stop talking.
No,
I feel like people. What? You can say things.
Your ankles are out. Oh yeah, Denali's also very bougie. So like, I'm very used to lab. Like my lab, Knoxville, he's perfect. He'll go out to the bathroom. No problems. He'll come back in, rain, snow, shine. He doesn't matter. Denali, on the other hand, wears booties. He's got his little jackets. He doesn't go out in cold weather. He doesn't go out in wet weather. He's got his own little PJs that he likes to wear around because God forbid he be cold at any moment of the day. So I'm sure right now with the weather that we've been having in Green Bay that he is still strutting around in his pajamas the way that I left him. So at least Blaze isn't bougie. He's just Blaze.
No, he's like a toddler, and that makes me have 4 of them. I consider my husband a toddler. But Blaze is just a very hyperactive dog. So I got him from a friend over in Mondovi, Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. She's always would send me like pictures of her Aussies. She has 3 or 4, I don't remember, but they were like all like chill, like sleeping on her couch, like just hanging out. And I get Blaze, and this psycho like goes to daycare for the full entire day, comes home, gets the zoomies. Literally, I take him on a run, still has the zoomies. Like nothing is enough for this dog. But so we were just in Florida for vacation, and he was over with one of our other coworkers, and she has 2 large dogs as well. And one of her dogs is like his best friend. Like they play all the time at daycare together, and he played with him for like a week straight. Came home, still had the zoomies, still wanted to play, still wanted to go on his run. Like, is that Penny snoring? That's so cute.
That's cute.
Okay, Elizabeth, what are they? Penny, Maisie, and Sandy. Those are the 3 dogs. Penny's a favorite, apparently. They're not allowed on the couch. Fine, that's what it is, I guess. But it's also another thing with the kid in my house. I tried that with Blaze, like wasn't gonna let him on the couch, but Michael's like, you can't do that. You let Dazzle on the couch. What are you gonna do? Not let him on the couch? I'm like, yeah. And then now he just does what he wants. So
I vacuum too much to not have my dogs on the couch. So it's whatever to us, I guess.
Yeah.
How did Dazzle come to be in your life?
Oh, she was an angel sent from heaven. So I'm not like, I know that's funny, like how I said it, but I'm actually like being serious. So I was going through a really rough time in my life. I don't think either of you know this. So I just got out of a really bad relationship of 3 years. He was cheating on me, and I was in a really, really low place. And my friend, who I got Blaze from, actually knew someone who was bringing this dog up from Oklahoma because the owner got put in a home and couldn't take care of her anymore. And so my friend, her name is Ashley. Ashley was hosting her at her house until she had a home. And so I'm like, oh, I'll come like meet her. Like I was like looking for a dog because like I said, I was in a very low place and I just needed some joy in my life. I know that's not why you should get a dog, but that's why I did. And I met Dazzle, and just like that, I was like in love. Like she and went everywhere with me. She goes on every car ride with me, except to here, obviously. She sleeps in my bed. She's above Michael on the totem pole. Like I joke about it, but she truly saved me. Like I was in a very, very dark place. She saved me, and I'm very, very grateful for that. She's 12 now, which I don't know if you know, but is pretty old for dogs, and they live to be like about little dogs at least probably live to be like, I don't know, 15, 16. The larger dogs live to be about 12, and Dazzle's getting up there, and it makes me really sad. And yeah, she, like I said, she's an angel sent from heaven because she is the light of my life. Yep.
Makes so much sense. She seems like an old person's dog. She does. Really.
She's like an old biddy. Like if dogs could talk, she would be like that grandma, like yelling at you to get off her lawn. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got the face for it too.
We'll post pictures obviously on
Yeah.
our accounts and stuff, but like Penny's still snoring in case you were wondering. But she's beautiful and she's lovely. Yeah.
She is. She's really great.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's all we're going to cover this week's episode. Tune back in next week as we cover whether baby sprinkles are necessary or not. Some of us have big opinions on that. Don't forget to check us out again on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and then Spotify for the podcast.
Hey.